How's it going, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we are looking at deck, basically for expanded format. It's a well-known Seismitoad-EX item lock deck. So of course it's going to be item lock, but it's going to be item lock with some other interesting tech cards like Greninja, of course, for that Water Shuriken, and Snipe for extra 30. It's going to be with Hypnotoxic Laser and Virbank City Gym. So yeah, very interesting. And of course with a couple disruptive cards like a Team Flare Grunt and Xerosic, no Delicman unfortunately, but for example with a Fighting Fury Belt for extra 10 damage and 40 HP. So in translation, we can strike with the Quaking Punch in theory for 40, and with Hypnotoxic Laser and Virbank City Gym we can add 3 extra poison damage per turn, and let's say we have one Greninja for Water Shuriken, it can be 100 damage and item lock per turn. Not that bad, I guess. It's still not that strong as a Trevenant, but it can be pretty good, in my opinion. So, 10 Pokemons, 43 trainer cards, and 7 energies, 60 cards of course in total. With 3 water energies in play, I can also use the advantage of Grenade Hammer, for example, and finish strong with Grenade Hammer for 130, 140, 170, 200, really depend on the amount of the resources that I can actually have in some situations. So 2 Shaymins for the setup, 4 Seismitoads with the Quaking Punch as the main attacker, 1/1 line of the Starmie with the Space Beacon, pretty good card. It can help us to put basic energies from Disco Pilot to hand, discarding 1 card from hand, very good in my opinion. And of course 2 Greninjas with the Water Shuriken. In theory we can have 2 of them, but yeah, we also need to have Archie ×2. 4 Battle Compressors, very important for this build because it can help us to discard as many cards as we can. So pretty much discarding 3 cards with single Battle Compressor is not bad because we have a lot of different supporter cards that we can actually use with the V-Seeker. So yeah, I can discard Archie, I can discard AZ, Team Flare Grunt, 06, so I can easily have access to them with my V-Seeker. Of course, A-Spec Computer Search, no doubt about that. It's a Archie deck, so I really want to use Advanced Computer Search. 4 Hypnotoxic Lasers to maximum output with, yeah, pretty much damage. 4 Puzzle of Times to play them 2 puzzles at the same time, so I can use any 2 cards from my discard pile. Really like it. Also 1 copy of Tool Scrapper. It's expanded format, so if the Garbodor is around, I can just scrap his tool attach. But the most importantly, if there is something like a head ringer, I can also cut head ringer from my Seismitoad. So that's the reason why I decided to go with Tool Scrapper instead of the Starling Megaphone. If I have a non-EX deck, I should definitely go with the Starling Megaphone, but since I run EX deck, Tool Scrapper makes a lot of sense. Trust me, it makes a much better impact to the game. 3 copies of Trainers Mails, of course. I could cut Trainers Mails for something else, like 2 Enhanced Hammers, and maybe add another, I don't know, Shadow Trad, for example, but I decided to go with 3 copies of Trainers Mails for the best consistency and much greater Archie from time to time. Or you can, for example, cut 3 Trainers Mails, add 2 Enhanced Hammers and 1 more Archie, so you can have 2 Archies in case if the one is priced. 4 copies of Ultra Balls, 4 V-Seekers, and then we go to the Stadium line. I'm running 3 Virbank City Gyms, of course, for the Stadium War and for the much better output from the Hypnotoxic Laser, speaking about damage. 4 tool cards, 2 of them are going to be Fighting Fury Belt and 2 Float Stones. We need to have Float Stone just in case of some crazy Lysandre from our opponents, so we can continue having that item lock from turn to turn, very importantly. And then moving on to supporter line. As you can see, only 1 Archie's in this build. Probably a lot of players should say, why you run Greninja and you have only 1 Archie? Well, that's just because I want to have much better chance to add more cards. But as I mentioned, if I cut 1 Trainer's Mail, I can always add 2nd Archie, but trust me, even with 1 Archie, this deck is good. Because sometimes we might not be even able to use Archie until like 4 turns, and yeah, pretty much till then we can just Quaking Punch our opponent, maybe even set up another Seismitoad with Grenade Hammer and be able to win the game even without Greninja. 1 copy of AZ, of course, makes a lot of sense because AZ can just scoop Seismitoad from play pretty easily, and I really like it. Of course, 1 copy of Lysandre, 2 Ents and 4 Junipers, so I can have much greater chance to draw something good and always have supporter for drawing my hand. 1 Team for Grunt, 1 Xerosic for that disruption and tool removal. Really like it. Basically, with my Team for Grunt, I can scrap energy from my opponent active Pokemon. With the Xerosic, I can scrap only from active or banish it if it's a special energy. 7 energies in total, as I mentioned. 4 of them are going to be double Colorless, and 3 of them are going to be just regular basic water energies for those water shurikens, and of course for the grenade hammer just in case if we need it. Overall, only thing that you can actually consider taking inside can be, as I mentioned it, Enhanced Hammer, second Archie, and maybe even Special Charge, but to be honest, I didn't have it. I didn't need it when I was playing this deck, so yeah, those 3 cards can actually be possible tech in this build, so you should keep your mind definitely on those 3 cards if you actually see some problems with this list. But overall, I think the deck list is very interesting, very funny to play, and also very consistent, which is the most important thing. So let's do some game tests so you can actually see how this deck will work in action, so see you in the game. Alright guys, so let's do this. I'm starting with the Seismitoad. Looks like I'm gonna play against some kind of the fire deck on the other side. Maybe Volcanium EX. Who knows? If it's a Volcanium, I think I have very easy matchup. But still, I don't want to underrate my opponent. All I really need here with my Trainers Mail is something like a Battle Compressor. And then I can Battle Compressor Archie and Greninja, and Ultra Ball for maybe another Seismitoad, and Computer Search for Archie, or something else like a double Colorless energy since I have his Seeker sitting in my hand. And basically put my Greninja turn 1 in play. That's just amazing. Really it is. Alright, so let's take a look at my opponent opening hand. And his opening Pokemon. Well, we cannot see his opening hand, but we can definitely see his Pokemon. Alright, so I'm starting first. Alright, double Colorless energy attachment. 1 Trainer's Mail. Yeah, for that Bell Compressor. Maybe not. But for Archie, well, that's at least something. Right now I can Ultra Ball for Archie and a Virbank City Gym. I can get myself that Greninja in hand. Then I can still Computer Search, for example, for Greninja and Ultra Ball. Get myself in play something like a Hypnotoxic Laser. Put Virbank City and Hypnotoxic Laser turn 1. So my opponent will take also 3 damage counters here. Unfortunately, he is not asleep, but I can have that Archie and Greninja in play. There we go. That was very powerful turn 1. Really it was. Okay, what else I have here? I have my Bell Compressor, which I'm definitely gonna play. And I'm looking forward to discard some supporter cards, like Team for a Grunt, like maybe even Professor Juniper, so I can access them. And for now, I'm gonna just pass my turn. I'm just gonna pass my turn. I'm happy with my hand so far. Next turn I can Ultra Ball for Shaymin. Or I can just, you know, be a Seeker for Lysandre if I need, or maybe Juniper for 7, but Shaymin can be a good solution. Maybe finding another, let's say, Greninja. But overall, I think this is gonna be it for my opponent if he can't set up another Pokemon in play. Well, there's a Lysandre on my Greninja, and it's gonna be like 60 with the Arrow Blitz. The bad thing is that he's gonna take 3 damage counters from the poison, and I just need to retreat or scoop my Greninja with the AZ, which I can do pretty easily here. And then just Quaking Punch for 40 damage in order to knock out his Turn Flame at the end of my turn. So, 2 cards in his hand, 3 damage counters on the Turn Flame. There is 1 Trainer's Mail. It might be for a Float Stone. There we go. Very welcome Float Stone for me. And then this is gonna be 1 Ultra Ball, of course for the Shaymin-EX, because I need to find here, as you can see, I have another V-Seeker in my hand. So I just need to find Energy or Fighting Fury Belt. Well, there we go. There is a Fighting Fury belt. Let me just count. 40 and yeah, pretty much 40 plus 30 is 70, since he already has 6 damage counters. The game is over for my opponent. I could even go for Seeker for Juniper and find more resources like a Water Energy to knock out his Turn Flame, but very bad start for my opponent, I should definitely say that, but at the end, there is the game number 1 for me. Alright, would you like to go first? Of course, why not? Perfect opening hand. This is literally the perfect opening hand. I see Archie turn 1 here. I definitely see Archie turn 1 here. Ultra Ball for top deck card and Juniper, 2 Battle Compressors, Energy Attachment, and the V-Seeker for Archie, and that's it. That's just simply as it is. Ultra Ball for me can be for another Seismitoad because it's a Night March on the other side. Annoying Night March, but very powerful Night March. A Night March that actually won, I think, 6 regionals in a row or something like that. Night March was one of the strongest decks in Pokemon TCG, that's for sure. Alright, your opponent is selecting starting Pokemon. I bet it's Joltik. I remember, okay, I cannot drop. Oh, we can actually dunk our opponent here very easily. Yeah, we can do that pretty much easily. We just need Virbank City Gym and Hypnotoxic Laser. Go. There is a Archie. This is gonna be Battle Compressor. Battle Compressor for AZ. Whatever. It really doesn't matter too much. As long as I can get just a regular basic Water Energy, this game is over for my opponent because he started with the Joltik. Oh, no energy, but there is Virbank City Gym and the Hypnotoxic Laser. So goodbye, Mr. Joltik. Say hello to Virbank City and the Hypnotoxic Laser, and that was a dunk for the game number 3. Alright, so let's do this. As usual, I like to say let's do this. So my opponent flipped the tails, and I'm gonna start first. I'm gonna start first because I would like to start turn 1 here with my, not the Shaymin, but with the Seismitoad and the Greninja. What do I have here? I have Computer Search, which means that I can Computer Search for Puzzle of Time. Ah, Ultra Ball. What a nice top deck. I'm gonna Ultra Ball for something like Juniper and Virbank City Gym, for something like a Greninja, and then I'm gonna Computer Search for that Greninja and the V-Seeker. And then I'm gonna get myself Archie, of course. After that, I'm gonna play Piece of Puzzle just to see what do I have here, and I have Double Course Energy as a top deck and also Ultra Ball. And of course, 1 Archie for that Greninja. So I can also have 5 cards to draw. And look at this. Our other Shuriken for the dunk. Another dunk here. What the heck is going on today? Well, we're just dunking a little basic Pokemons with water giant shurikens with the Hypnotoxic Lasers. This is just amazing. Alright guys, let's do this. So no basic Pokemon for me in my opening hand. Hopefully the 7 new cards are gonna be much better. Looks like I'm gonna play against Yveltal on the other side, but I'm just assuming that. Whew, do I like my opening hand? Yeah, definitely. There is Trainers Mail. If it's gonna be for Ultra Ball, Then I can maybe even perform turn 1 Archie. Alright, so Keldeo, Darkrai, Yveltal. It's expanded, so Darkrai very powerful in expanded format, that's for sure. It can hit for so many damage counters, there's no doubt about that. Also, that new Umbreon GX is going to be one good deck for the Darkness decks. And it's also not that hard to evolve, because if you have even with the energy evolution, you can just attach Darkness Energy and turn 1 be able to evolve into your Umbreon GX. So there is Ultra Ball. On the other side, Zorua discarded, Lysandre in discard pile for another Darkrai, this time with the Darklock Darkrai. Alright, there we go. Energy from hand, or Sycamore for 7. Sycamore for 7. Okay, 1B is Seeker discarded. That's very important. But it's not that important, as you can see, if I can item block my opponent turn 1. There is one Max Elixir. Of course, he wants to play as many trainer cards as he can on that turn 1, because I can just Quaking Punch and item lock him, and that's gonna be it. But of course, there is always some kind of the catch, and there is Dowsing Machine. It's probably going to be for Max Elixir, maybe even for Sycamore. Okay, Dowsing Machine for another Max Elixir. That was a well play. Alright, another Darkness Energy attached to that Darkrai. 3 energies so far, that's 60 damage counters. Not bad top deck, to be honest, definitely. I'm gonna play my Battle Compressor for 2 Greninjas and for that Archie. Actually for 1 Greninja, 1 Archie and 1 Juniper, just in case I don't get nothing with my Trainer's Mail. Double Course Energy, Hypnotoxic Laser, and Trainer's Mail, let it be for Ultra Ball, and I'm gonna be the happiest person in the world. Nope. But it was close. Battle Compressor for another Greninja, for something like 1 Seismitoad, or better not, let's just don't touch Seismitoad so far. Alright, a VA Seeker. For Juniper, I'm gonna take 7 new cards here, maybe even Fighting Fury Belt, Virbank City Gym. Speaking about Virbank City Gym, it's not gonna happen. But at least I can Quaking Punch my opponent Keldeo for 40. He's gonna take 10 from Poison. He even didn't wake up, so that's very promising. On the other side, still I need Miracle here. Still I need something like a Puzzle of Time as a top deck, so I can then just perform another Battle Compressor Trainer's Mail deal. In theory, 3 energies on that Darkrai. I don't know why he decided to add 1 more energy on the Darkrai with the Dark Head. I should go with energy onto Yveltal probably. Battle Compressor top deck. Okay, still I can use my Hypnotoxic Laser till tomorrow, of course. Discard a couple more resources here, like 1 Seismitoad right now, and something like Energy Water, something like another Battle Compressor, and Juniper for 7. Okay, another Seismitoad, Virbank City Gym, Double Colorless Energy, Float Stone, and for now it's gonna be another Quaking Punch for 40, and 3 from Poison, that's 130. He definitely needs to retreat. And next turn can actually be very promising. If I can find something good with the Trainer's Mail, like a piece of puzzle, I might be able to go for that Archie. But I still don't have a single Ultra Ball in this game, and that's just very bad. Pearl City 3 dumps to me. Alright, interesting. A Colorless for like a 5. That's fine. I mean, for me, 2 Water Shurikens will just knock out that Keldeo. without too many problems. I took 120. I took finally something good as a top deck. Finally something good as the top deck for me. Which means that I need to get something with my Trainers Mail. Or maybe not. I can always take that Virbank City Gym. More than that, I can go with Ultra Ball for Shaymin. And I'm actually gonna do that. I simply want that Greninja so badly. And I'm gonna do everything to put my Greninja in play, because this is a Seismitoad Greninja deck. So setup for 6. Interesting. Another double Chorus Energy, Ultra Ball for nothing, and finally the Seeker for something. But I'm very low on the resources. I will have like 7 cards left. But it's definitely worth. There we go. So Tool Scrapper, Computer Search for Water Energy. I don't have it, so it's gonna be just for the Quaking Punch, and Quaking Punch for the 40. All right, finally something good. I have one more Hypnotoxic Laser left, but I have 2 more pieces of puzzles. I need too many resources here. He can retreat for free always. There is a Reverse Wally. And Dark Pulse for the knockout. 150. That's a lot of damage counters. Whew, I need something good. Oh, like a Hypnotoxic, for example. Like the Hypnotoxic, for example. Computer Search is gonna be for Starmie, no doubt about it. Okay, give me the heads on the coin flip. Ah, it's a Tails. Alright, Space Beacon. I'm going all in here. 2 energy exchange. 1 Water Shuriken will go down to that Keldeo on the bench. I can attach that energy onto my Seismitoad for that Grenade Hammer. And I'm definitely going to do that. So Quaking Punch for another 30, and 30 from Poison, that's 100. So next turn, in theory, I can have double knockout. And still that Grenade Hammer, for example. But I only have 5 cards left, which means if my opponent decides to end, the game is gonna be over for me. So there is Evil Ball for 100. Of course, it's gonna be 1 Space Beacon. It's gonna be 1 Water Shuriken on that Keldeo. So I can take finally first prize card in this game. Oh, a V-Secret piece of puzzle. That's nice. And I can even go for a retreat. And for the Quaking Punch. Alright, so next turn I'm gonna go with my Water Shuriken and Grenade Hammer, and turn after that I think I can actually win this game. Evil Ball for like a 120. And there we go, Grenade Hammer, as I mentioned. So that's gonna be 130 on that Evil Tall. I'm gonna grab 2 more prize cards. And it's another piece of puzzle and a team for a Grunt, which means that I have actually victory here if my opponent does not have N. So he can knock out my Seismitoad, then I can just promote another Seismitoad, use Quaking Punch, Grenade Hammer, Water Shuriken, and piece of puzzle for Hypnotoxic Laser, which will actually allows me to get knockout. But right now he have turn of the item cards and he can just power up as many energies as he can. That's the biggest problem. And of course he can end me down to like a 2 cards. But I still have 2 pieces of puzzles. I still have that V-Seeker, so there is 2 pieces of puzzle for 2 dark patches. Hopefully there is not gonna be N. That's the most important thing. I still don't see N in his discard pile. So if he don't have N in his hand, I might be able to survive. And actually there is Hoopa. So he can still grab Shaymin and find that N and end me down to 2, or maybe not. Trainers Mail, will that be N? Oh, another dark patch. How many dark patches you can get, mate? You don't need dark patches, you just need 1 N and that's it. It's all about N. Ah, come on. He managed to get that N. Fighting Fury Belt and the Water Energy, and there's also Muscle Bands, and I think I lost the game. Probably a Night Spear, and 30 will goes down to my Starmie, of course. Okay, still Sycamore will do the job. Trainer's Mail for me. What can I find with it? I can find V-Seeker, which is even not that bad, because how many energies he have? In play total 3, 6, 9. Yeah, I guess I can do something with the V-Seeker. I can do something with my V-Seeker, for example. I can try to Lysandre him down to 2 cards, or I can maybe even V-Seeker for AZ, scoop my Shaymin, but that's not enough. So my best bet here is definitely to try basically Lysandre his Hoopa and hope that he does not have anything in his hand, but that's just not enough. So what I can do is use my Water Shuriken and hit 3 damage counters on his Darkrai. And I can Lysandre that Darkrai and strike for 30 more, and still I'm gonna be short for too much. He had too many cards in his hand. Too many of them. I mean, I could even win this game if I was a little bit smarter, because I could just try to go with my N and basically tries to sleep his Darkrai here. And if he don't wake up in that case, I might be able to win, but I can't even hit heads. And right now I actually hit heads in the coin flip, so I can Quaking Punch for extra 30. That's gonna be 60, and he didn't wakes up. So yeah, I could actually took the risk with V-Seeker for N, and maybe at the end even win this game. But I didn't. A turn of the item cards for my opponent was just too big, and that actually cost me a win in this game. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the deck consistency, because it works pretty good. It's very consistent. I have pretty much every turn almost everything, and that Grenade Hammer cost me too much. that grenade hammer actually at the end cost me too much, and those Puzzle of Times for the dark patches and like 4 or 5 dark patches in one turn was just way too much for me, and at the end I actually lost that final game. But you can definitely see that the deck works pretty good, and I'm definitely happy with it. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more future videos. As always, if you have any questions, don't forget to leave comments below. So till the next time, have a nice day wherever you are, and see you next time. So goodbye.